Hey, my happy shiny puppies. This is Melody Fletcher, author of Deliberate Receiving, Finally the Universe Makes Some Freaking Sense. And this is day 5 of my 30-day video challenge. Whew, wow, I gotta tell you guys, it is a little bit of a challenge making a video every day, but it's also super fun. And I've just been having the greatest time reading you guys' comments and interaction and finding my inbox every morning flooded with love and appreciation. And oh God, I gotta tell you guys, whew, heart open. So today I thought I would talk about a conversation that I had recently with somebody, and I noticed that there was a pattern in conversations that I was having, which is, you know, I was talking to this lovely young woman who pretty much every 30 seconds at least, she would say the phrase, "I'm sorry," or something like that, you know, something that means I'm sorry. And so she just kept apologizing. Like, even if nothing had happened, just like, I'm sorry I'm speaking. I'm sorry that I'm taking up time. I'm sorry that I'm taking up a moment. I'm sorry that I'm taking up room. And, you know, I couldn't help myself because I'm not always in coaching mode, believe it or not. So usually I don't sort of, you know, jump all over people and what they're saying or anything like that, but I just could not help myself because it was so blatant. I just kept, you know, I said to her, stop apologizing. Stop apologizing for who you are. Stop apologizing for being here. Stop apologizing for existing, for God's sakes. And it was a really great conversation, and it's something that, you know, I have certainly had to learn because I used to be an apologizer. I would run into a wall and I would apologize to the wall, you know. But one of the big insights that I've had sort of and had in different layers over the years, and something that I've come to realize is I'm not an inconvenience. Like, my presence is not an inconvenience to the universe, to other people. And nobody else is an inconvenience either, you know, and that's an insight that's had a lot of layers. So, for example, you know, it could be something simple like you're sitting in the bathroom. I know, me and my potty humor, but bear with me. See if this has happened to you. You're sitting in the bathroom, particularly women, and maybe there's only one you know, bathroom, and you know there's somebody waiting outside the door, and you're trying to really, really hurry up because you are aware that they're waiting, and you're thinking, well, I don't want to take up the space because they need it. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, take your time and stay in there for 20 minutes while you're, you know, doing your nails or something. But you doing your business and living your life is not an inconvenience. You get to take up just as much space as other people do. And I was, you know, I was in the grocery store the other day, and there was a cart there that was blocking my way, but it wasn't in the middle of the way. They were just doing their shopping, and I was patiently waiting behind them because I wanted to go where they were. And it was a couple, and the man looks at me and says, "I'm sorry." And I, you know, I thought again, like, you're apologizing for shopping. You're apologizing for going about your business, living your life. And yeah, how dare you stand where I want to stand? How dare you go about your life when, you know, it's clearly all about my life and where I want to go. And so, you know, I kind of want to call this out and see if this is something that you've also experienced and that you may be doing, that you're, you know, apologizing at every turn for just being here. And maybe remind yourself that you're not an inconvenience. You know, you have a right to exist, and you have a right to be here, and you have a right to live your life. And if other people are annoyed by that, well, that's their shit. That's on them. You know, if they want to stand there and go, well, think about how arrogant that is. You are where I want to be, and clearly I'm more important than you. No, you're not, you know. And I think that when you're in the habit of apologizing for your very existence, you know, you're really doing yourself a huge disservice. The flip side of this is, as you start to realize that you're not an inconvenience, it of course starts to make you realize that other people aren't either. So when somebody is in front of you in line, how dare they be in front of you in line, and now you're gonna have to wait 10 minutes while they check out. They have a right to be there. They have a right to take their time. They have a right to exist and to live. And it really softens everything when you go through your life sort of honoring people and understanding that they have a right to be where they are. You have a right to be where you are. We all have a right to be here. We all deserve space. We all deserve respect. We all deserve, well, we deserve everything, you know? And we can coexist so much better when we give ourselves that respect, which then allows us to give other people that respect. But it always starts with the self. So if you are apologizing at every turn, if you find yourself apologizing every 30 seconds for taking up space or for daring to say something or for stating your opinion, maybe stop that shit, you know, and remind yourself that you are not an inconvenience. So let me know if this is something that you've experienced. Let me know if that maybe, you know, you're ready to take up space. Take up space in the comment section. Yeah, state your opinion, say what you feel, and don't apologize for it. It's totally fine. So that's what I have to say today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and until then, thank you for bringing your light to the world.